Let's talk about St George's Day, because I'm delighted you've come out all guns blazing.
I always do. More
I know.
Patriotic town in...
Even though St George, as you know, is from Turkey.
Yes.
It's from Turkey.
I know.
And never slayed a dragon, as far as we knew.
No.
Yeah.
But why is it important that we celebrate it, Andrea?
Well, do you know, I mean, the Welsh celebrate.
They do.
The Irish celebrate, the Scots celebrate, and we don't do enough of it in this country.
The thing is, it's regarded now, isn't it? If you're patriotic, it's regarded as racist now, or nationalistic.
Exactly. And let's look at the Labour Party. Look at Emily Thornberry, look at some of their councillors.
Remember Thornberry?
I know,
in 2004.
She mocked the guy who had the flag of St George outside their house when England were playing a football match.
Absolutely.
And she's now in the shadow cabinet.
I know, exactly. And so I think that, you know, the arch-Europhile, which is Keir Starmer, to suddenly be Mr St George, it's so disingenuous.
I know. He's put a film out today. He's almost draped himself in the flag of St George.
Can we just read out Andrea's tweet here this morning? You went right in there. She says, "People see through your fake patriotism, Mr Flip-Floppy Keir Starmer, but the Red Wall will not forget how you tried to stop Brexit or how some of your MPs and candidates have looked down on those who celebrate St George and all that is English." I think he read that and then put that film out, because that film was not on social media.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Interesting on Brexit, because you mentioned that. I was shocked to read in one of the polls last week, Lord Ashcroft's poll. Andrew, the Tories are not even trusted on Brexit anymore. Labour Party are trusted more on Brexit than the Tories, even though Sir Keir Starmer was the architect of the second referendum plan as Corbyn's
the candidate
Brexit.
Standing against me, he stood in Harrogate and wanted a second referendum in a Brexit seat.
But how did the Tories lose the faith and the trust of the people on an issue?
I mean, I think we need a major cabinet reshuffle. Get some, some strength in there, some experience, some Brexiteers in there.
You're applying for a job here, Andrea. Are you applying? You're available?
I'm not a person that... I'm too outspoken and would never get chosen. But we need some real experience in there. Set our stall out, show the Conservatives uniting into this election, and actually be more conservative. We need to be tough on crime. We need to be low tax, small state Conservatives, curb the spending. And we can't have this two-tier...
But why do people trust Starmer on Brexit? He has already said he would be thinking about looking into taking us back into the single market. And he said, it was last year, he said that we're not taking our fair share of migrants. And he would put that right. I mean,
exactly.
It would be open all out.
Yes.
I think that people are just frustrated and peed off with politicians, full stop. And, I mean, I don't get the appetite, actually, for Labour on the doorstep. I get a third Conservative, third Labour, and it's the rest, the 40% are undecided.
Yeah, well, that poll, actually, last week did say that even though the Labour were miles ahead, 45% of them said, we don't want him, there's no stomach for him. Exactly. Can I ask, do you think the Prime Minister should have called in the Metropolitan Police Commission and said, "I'm sorry, mate, you've had a chance to sort this policing out in the world's most capital city. What happened to Gideon Falter was appalling, and he hasn't even met with him, Sir Mark Road. He hasn't even met with Gideon Falter. Should he be out of a job?"
I think completely, but I want to see Carr now, don't you?
It's another matter.
But it's interesting that we hear this morning that Rowley is actually supporting the officer who said to the gentleman, Gideon Falter, you're openly Jewish. So, I mean, that's, he's already people,
because I've come out in support of Israel, because I don't forget what happened in October.
Pregnant
women and ripped out their stomach. It's barbaric.
And still many hostages, Andrea, in Gaza.
I mean, look at the awful email I got, which was pro-Hamas a few weeks ago, and people's graffitied, one of my signs on my office, from the rivers to the seas.
Have they really? Disgusting.
Absolutely pro-Palestine. These people need locking up, I'm afraid.
Yeah. And would you stop the marches?
I would.
We've had them for every week for 6 months.
I was really, really angry last Wednesday. Parliament Square, 4 white vans stopped on Parliament Square. All these pro-Palestinian lobby jumped out. They had all this equipment. They stopped the traffic at 5 o'clock peak time. And the police just stood around. I'm sorry, but we should not allow any kind of march where it stops people going about their everyday life.
But doing that, they must have been told from the top to do that, Andrea. That's the point.
Completely.
Anyway, thank you very much, Andrea.
And happy St George's Day.
Happy St George's Day.